Hey people, I am live on Wednesday evening, 6:30 p.m. I think it's 2 degrees Celsius. It's another sunny and above seasonal day here in what is supposed to be winter in Toronto. And it's another nice night for a walk around the city. So I'm going to walk around the east side of downtown. Let's see, we got Advisorit in the chat. How you doing? And Jim. Hello, Jim. Vivian Johnson. Matt Bross. Good to see you. Josephine Halligan. John Nicholson. Nancy Mattis. Wesley. Good to see you. Harjot. And Marge. Craig O'Connor's here. What's up? Hey, Reggie Gagnon. Hello. Gertish. Nice to see you all. We're going to have a nice walk around town. So I'm on George Street, not too far from where I live. This is Richmond Street here. Hey, Embedded SRAM, Mr. Adam's Apple, Sammy Woo, Lena Sandoval, Zach ASMR Walks, hello. Yeah, we're going to get some very warm weather in the coming days. Up into the double digits in February. Hello, John G. Sirowick. Welcome. Hello, the Canadian guy. Mark Inchin and Funny Dog, greetings. Alright, here's Jarvis. Let's see if I can get across this intersection before the light turns. Lots of traffic right now. I guess it's still the tail end of rush hour. Hey, Picard is here. Engage. Mark MW, good evening. Alright, we're going to make our way west a bit, but then we're going to start going east. We're going to go way east. Last time I streamed, I wanted to walk down Victoria Street, but I didn't. Yeah, that's not cool with the backfiring. I think they think it's cool for some reason, but it's really not. Hey, Diane, hello. All right, let's walk down Lombard Street. We'll take this over to Victoria. We're right downtown, Nancy. We're on the east side of downtown. So we're going to stay on the east side. The financial district is straight ahead if you keep walking west. I'm not going to head that far though. Sky looks pretty funky. funny, you can't even see the clouds in real life, or barely anyway, but you can see them quite easily on the phone here. Hey, Chris Mills. I'm glad you agree. I just noticed that's a thing now. Backfiring cars. It's like a trend. It's like a fad or something. They mod their cars to do that on purpose. Do I walk for fun or necessity? Well, it's for fun, but it's also how I make my living these days, so I guess it's a little bit of both. I always have fun walking around though. I would do it even without a YouTube channel, and I did used to do it all the time without a YouTube channel. I wish, Jim. It reminds me of when I was a kid, like the cars backfiring. It reminds me when I was a kid, when I would stick a playing card or a piece of cardboard or something in the spokes of my bike with I'd use a clothespin, and I'd make the card hit the spokes of my bike so it would make a sound like a motor running, like, you know, and we thought that was really cool then too, but we were like 7 years old, so I don't think these guys are 7. Hey, chill lady Liz. Alright, crossing Church. You used to do that to Canadian guy? Yeah, I mean, I did that a lot. It was fun when you're a kid, you know. My bike has a motor. Hey, don't eat the squid. Matt Bross, hello. Well, I've always preferred walking over driving, or even cycling. I used to ride a bike a lot, but I think walking has always been my preferred way to get around. If you're in a city, anyway. I think I did have at least one bike that had the banana seat and the high handlebars. And I also remember I had a bike that was like a imitation motorcycle. Remember when those were popular? It had a plastic gas tank. It had the flat motorcycle style seat, and it usually had like a number on it or something, and it had big thick fenders. It's like a fake motorcycle kind of bike. I had a couple of those. Hey, coleslaw. That is funny. Hey, Maroof. Hey, Peter Bradfield, hello. Steve Mikra. Boom Productions. I had a sort of an imitation big wheel. I don't think I had the actual big wheel, but basically a copy. Lots of copies popped up around that time. I think I had one of those. T.O. Tom, a $2 super chat. Hey, Ken and chat. Hey, thank you very much, T.O. Tom, for the $2 super. Much appreciated, T.O. Tom. Thank you. Hello, Hadley Epstein. Rob M&R. Yeah, it feels like spring, or feels like maybe late fall or early spring. Yeah, I'm kind of liking it. So here's Victoria Street. Hello, Lil XO. Welcome to the stream. Alright, this is as far west as we're going to go. Yonge Street is just another block to the west. We're not going to do Yonge Street tonight. Yeah, that's right, funny dog. Bike theft is rampant in Toronto, like ridiculous. Hello, 4K Canada Walks. Hey, welcome. It's Adelaide Street. And another super chat from Jim, $5. My usual small contribution. Any contribution is greatly appreciated, Jim, so thank you very much. Thank you for the $5, Jim. Hello, Liberty Tree. Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Hello there. El Terrifico, what's up? James Markley. There's a big pile of garbage. Hey, Mark D. Well, not quite ponytail time yet, but we'll see if I let it grow that long. Michelle Leperchuk, hello. And we're heading south down Victoria. I think I'll go down to the Esplanade, perhaps. Hello, Sebastian. Hey, Jelly Bean, hello. Smitty, yeah, pretty much. Definitely a fall kind of vibe. Alright, here's King Street. Alright, we're going to keep on heading south. Hey, Mahian. Good to have you.
Come straight to my place.
Gordon Freeman. Yeah, he's having a conversation very loudly. I don't remember that song, Peter. No. Maybe if I heard it, I would remember it, but I don't recognize it by name or by the band either. I think Echo and the Bunnymen was the only Liverpool band. And Frankie Goes to Hollywood too, I think. Were the only 80s bands from Liverpool that I knew about. I know Meatloaf. I mean, I just know his hit songs. And that he was in Fight Club. I think he played a show in Toronto not too long before he passed away. I've certainly used the dial phone many times. There's Brooksea Park. I don't remember these lights. Are these new? I can't. I'm trying to think. How long have these lights been here? Liverpool accents are great. Yeah, they had the right idea. Let's just go. Hey, Austin Peters. Imagine what it's like inside that car, the way the bass is pumping there. The guy's teeth are probably vibrating. There's the dog fountain over there. Good day to you too, Austin Peters. Yeah, this whole car is just going to fall apart. it'll just disassemble itself. Hey, there's a sliver of the CN Tower. Hey, Robert Brunn. All right. Let's just check out a little bit of Front Street here. I'm going to head down to the Esplanade though.
I have the words.
Hey, Maxim 1. I don't think so, SG. Who knows, maybe sometime in the future. Not quite Rob M&R. It's catching up, but New York is still way ahead. If we're talking technical skyscrapers, as in 500 feet or 150 meters, then I think Chicago is still a little bit ahead of Toronto for actual skyscrapers. Not for high rises. Toronto has more high rises than Chicago, but Toronto is about to surpass Chicago in skyscrapers very soon, within the next couple of years probably. Hey, Jefferson Rivas, hello.
Well, listen.
All right, we're at Church in front. Maybe I'll head south down Church here to the Esplanade, and we'll start heading east. I can hear Cyndi Lauper singing She Bop over there at the Flatiron Building. Little did I know in the 80s what that song was really about. Maybe some of you know what She Bop is really all about. It's not just a mindless pop song with funny sounding words. Yeah, Bangkok is very big. It's funny though, you know, it was smaller than Toronto about 100 years ago. And it was pretty even with Toronto about 50 years ago in terms of population. But then in the decades since, it's pulled way ahead.
Every time something goes down, it's who are you now?
Hey, popular demands. Go ahead, Google the meaning of She Bop. If you watch the video, it's pretty obvious now what the song is about, although at the time when I was a youngster in the 80s there, I don't think I really picked that up. But look, does Bangkok have a Banksy? I don't know, maybe it does, but this is an actual Banksy here. Alright, let's head east. I love this building here on the corner. Hey, Peter Grimshaw. 2,500 an hour away. I wonder what town that is. Probably quite a few towns of that size an hour from Toronto. Elton De Silva, hey, welcome. Watching from Brazil. Yeah, so this is the St. Lawrence neighborhood. We're heading east along the Esplanade. St. Lawrence Market is just right up ahead. Hey, Jenny, hello. Is it the song we were just talking about, Jenny? Now you know, Rob. Yeah, the video makes it pretty obvious. If you know this and then watch the video, you're like, how could I not have picked that up before? Is this an HDR? Well, no, this is just plain old 1080p. I wonder if I should go up here. I went up here one time before and I started losing signal. Let's see. I'll just keep an eye on my signal strength here. What's with the honking? Ay, caramba. We're up on the sort of patio level here at St. Lawrence Market. Ooh, cook, hello. That's fun to say. Hey, Chatty Cathy. You can see the tippy top of the CN Tower. Oh, that is the Toronto city flag. Yeah, I never even really took note of that. Hey, April Wine, hello. I'm sure there'll be at least a few more snowfalls before winter's over. We'll see if any of it actually, you know, sticks and stays on the ground. Look north up Jarvis. Alright, let's see if I can go down. Yep. Thought the door was locked for a second. Well, hopefully I don't lose signal in here. We're back out. So we were just up there. Hey, evil gumball. Let's continue east. Main Drug Mart. Not to be confused with the secondary drug mart. Well, is that right, Jenny? Yeah, I heard about that. I don't remember getting a day off school during solar eclipses back in my school days. They just told us, don't look at the sun. We were like, okay. But then we would take a peek. Hey, Kevin H. I just got a text from Mr. Johnny Strides. I forgot to put Do Not Disturb on the phone before I started the stream, so it just popped up. Maybe he's back, maybe he isn't. He's a man of mystery. Nice view. Maybe we'll check out the Distillery District. We're heading straight for it. Hey, Josephine Halligan. WMD, hello. Are we going to do a skating video? Well, I don't know about Megan, but I haven't skated since I was a child. It'd be funny to see if I can even do it. It's crossing Lower Sherborne. There's always so many dogs along this stretch here. Every time I walk through here. Look at this guy. Wow, look at the legs on that dog. Jim, oh yeah, most definitely. Hey, Steve Grant. Another dog. Hey, they have a new sign. I don't remember seeing this before. In case you didn't know where you were. Well, now you know. That's kind of neat. What do I think of Vancouver? I liked it. I was there just a little over a year ago, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't really see much of the city outside of the downtown and Kitsilano area. My sister lived in Kitsilano, so we mostly hung around there or right in downtown Vancouver, but I liked both of those areas a lot. Hello, Marcus. You rode the SkyTrain from Surrey to downtown. Well, I rode the Canada line from the airport to downtown, so I did see that part of the city, the route all along the Canada line. Why is that hard to say? Canada line from the airport to downtown. I have a video of it, actually. I have a video of the whole journey on the train from Vancouver Airport to downtown Vancouver. And I did record a bunch of other videos in Vancouver, and I did one live stream also. I have a playlist for my Vancouver videos. Oh, that's right, Marcus, from North Bay. Is there a South Bay? There is, on Lake Nipissing. There's a little dot on the map called South Bay, but I don't think there's really anything there. It's not a town or anything, as far as I know. Maybe there's a more significant South Bay somewhere else in Canada. Hello, Jacqueline. Do I think I'll go back to Alberta? Yeah, I think I definitely will. Oh, that's cool, Jenny. See, I didn't know about that one. There's probably lots of places called South Bay on various bodies of water all over the country. Yeah, Owen Sound is another thing altogether. It's its own little small city. I don't think so, Nancy. Alright, signal strength has been rock solid the whole time. Oftentimes when I walk in this area, the signal dips, and I've had lots of issues with buffering and whatnot, but not tonight. I remember when I used to avoid the Distillery District altogether while streaming because the signal would always just disappear. Glad to see that's not the case. But I haven't entered the distillery yet. We'll see. Hey, Bash Brannigan. I'm sure we'll get at least a couple more snowfalls before winter's over. Who knows? We still could get a big snowstorm, right? They don't really know. They can't predict the weather more than a few days in advance, really, with any accuracy as far as I can see. Hello, Justin Turdo. How's it going, eh? Take off, eh? And here's the distillery. Let's check it out. I'll walk at Hudson's Bay. That's way up there. I have to take the Polar Bear Express from Cochrane to get up there. I think that only goes to James Bay, really, where Moosonee is. That's a place I've never been. Hello, Anna Kay. Yeah, there's the tower poking through the trees. Church Street too, I remember that funny dog. Both Johnny and me lost signal on Church Street heading to the village. It happened to Johnny first because I wasn't really streaming much yet. So once I started streaming, I just avoided Church Street based on his experiences of losing signal, but eventually that corrected itself and that's not an issue anymore. Lots of galleries and high-priced eateries and drinkeries. It's just tourist central here in the distillery. Good evening, Tom Bikes 416. Big freaky spider thing. You ever see the movie Enemy? That movie was set in Toronto, and this reminds me of something from that movie. It has Jake Gyllenhaal, I think. It's a weird movie. Hey, Crystal Wilson. The restaurants are fantastic. Yeah, so I've heard. I haven't really been to them. But they're certainly busy. Maybe not at this moment, but you know, come on a nice weekend, especially during the tourist season. Yeah, pretty quiet in the distillery right now. And here's this illuminarium again. I always walk past this and go, what the heck is this? Now playing Space, an experience beyond Earth. Neat. So I guess you go inside here, and that's the illuminarium in there. Donnie Darko. That was a very weird movie that I like a lot. It's also one of the first times I've ever seen Seth Rogen. I think that was one of the first movies he just had a small part in Donnie Darko, but other than Freaks and Geeks, I think Donnie Darko might have been his first appearance on film, or in movies anyway. This is the distillery. These are old mid-19th century industrial buildings. It was an actual distillery, or a series of distilleries. Hello, Eduardo Guerrero and Bob Pugh. Hello. So that's old photographs of the neighborhood before they turned it into a tourist zone. This one's from over 100 years ago. I think this is the largest collection of 19th century industrial architecture in North America. And all the streets are this brickwork here. And obviously this is a pedestrian only area. I wasn't a baby, Jim. When the internet came into being. Well, maybe when it first came into being in its very earliest incarnation, I was a baby, but when it came into something people could access from their homes, I was an adult by that point. If we're talking early 90s, when people started getting internet connections in their homes, I was in my 20s by that point. Hello, Lindsay. I think the first time I ever saw the internet in somebody's house was when I went over to this guy I used to hang out with. Max Major was his name. I went over to his house, and that was around 1992 or 93, and he had the internet, and the first thing he showed me was how he could download a picture of a nude woman. And it took about 2 minutes for the photograph to load. I remember just sitting there staring at the screen going like, okay, here it comes, here it comes. Oh, there's the top of her head. Oh, there's her eyes. Oh, there's her nose. As it went lower and lower and lower. Got lots of music here, even on a pretty dead Wednesday evening here. I'm just going to talk over it. Oh yes, the early days of internet, you know. I know, right, Scott? You remember those days? Yeah, those were the days. Yeah, I'm just going to talk over all the various music being pumped out into the Distillery District here as we walk through. I thought earlier that maybe we were music free, but apparently not. Hey, Dan Harmson. Did they have AOL? I think we could get AOL. I think I never had it, but I'm pretty sure I've seen old discs and CDs with AOL on them. Yeah, those CDs would just come in the mail, I remember. Yeah, I was kind of a late bloomer with getting online. I didn't get my first computer in my apartment until 2002. Before that, I would just go to the library or go to friends' houses and just use their computers. Or I'd go to the library at the university in North Bay and I just surf the net there. Then finally in 2002 I just said, let's just do it, and I just got an old bulky old crappy desktop computer with 128 gigs of RAM, I think. Like minuscule amounts of RAM. And then I remember I got it upgraded to 256 gigs of RAM, and I was like, wow, it's so fast now. Hey, Billy T, hello. Mr. Comments, and Everett Clenenden with a $10 super chat. Hello, Ken, looks chilly. It's actually pretty mild, Everett. I'm enjoying this walk quite a bit. Slight breeze, but yeah, it feels very pleasant. Thank you very much for the $10, Everett Clenenden. Hey, Ruben Q. I'm wearing khaki shorts. I don't even own shorts, let alone khaki shorts. There goes a GO train. There goes a GO. The GO is going. Oh yeah, megabytes. Did I say gigs? See, I'm thinking in modern terms here. Megabytes, 256 megabytes, not gigs. Ay caramba. See, I can't even like think in those terms anymore. It's so like ancient. Megan bites. This is the Canary District. Yeah, over 300 people watching. And just about an hour in. Welcome everyone if you're just joining the stream. We're just walking around the east side of downtown. And if you're new and would like to see more, hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you'll be notified when I do my next stream. I do these streams every few days. And I have pre-recorded videos that I publish on every day where I don't do a stream. Yeah, definitely flub that, Gordon. Megabytes, not gigabytes. Even my current laptop, the MacBook Pro M3, only has 16 gigs of RAM. Hey, Darren Ross, hello. Yeah, me too, Smitty. I think I posted my first video on YouTube in 2008. Wasn't on this channel, it was on my original channel, which is still there. It's now called Ken Continues. Hey, Andrew Nielsen, a $5 super chat. Happy Wednesday. Thank you very much, Andrew, and thank you very much for the support once again. Very much appreciated, Andrew. Happy Wednesday to you. Hello, Pamela. Hey, Sally Smith, hello. Is this an expensive area? Well, I mean, the rents are probably not cheap. These are all mostly recent builds here within the last several years. Some of them are still under construction, actually. This is a neighborhood that's basically just been built from scratch in less than the last 10 years, since the Pan Am Games in 2015. Rob M&R, a £5, right? Wasn't sure if that was euro or pound. It's a £5 super chat. Thank you very much, Rob M&R. Appreciate the support, Rob. Thank you. Ken Continuum. Got some art. I did use MySpace, yeah. I was on there quite a lot. In addition to my own account on MySpace, I had another account of a fictional character that became pretty popular. I don't know if anyone remembers the show My So-Called Life from like 1994. There was a kid on that show called Brian Krakow. I made a MySpace account for Brian Krakow and it got pretty popular. More popular than my actual account, that's for sure. And every time someone would message me on MySpace, I would respond with the way that all the kids talked on that show, where they would use the word whatever a lot. Like, thanks for sending me the message. It was really nice, or whatever. You remember that show, Nancy? Yeah, Claire Danes was the star of that show. Yeah, way before Homeland, yeah. Hey, Robert Armstrong, what's up? That's right, we just walked through the Canary District. '60s freak. It's Corktown Common. Amira, welcome. All right, let's cross here. Check out that mega car dealership up ahead. I see Toyota, I see Hyundai, I see Nissan, I see Dodge. It's like one gigantic dealership there. Saw Danes and Little Women. I think she lived in Toronto for a few years while she was doing maybe Homeland, whatever show she was on about 10 years ago or so. She lived in Toronto during the time she was on that show. Sort of like how what's her face from Suits lived in Toronto before she married a prince. Meghan Markle. She lived in Toronto for quite a long time doing that show. What's her face? I couldn't think of her name, even though she has the same name as my girlfriend. Well, that's cool, Funny Dog. Yeah, good. That area is really coming along. Here's Underpass Park. So this is the Eastern Avenue overpass here. We're going to go up on top. I've never been in a DeLorean, no, but I have seen a bunch of replicas of the Back to the Future DeLorean. And Flo. What's up, Novelcos? There's another mega dealership over there. I think that one is BMW. I call this area the dealership district because it has all these big fancy dealerships all along here, going all the way up to Dundas along the Don Valley Parkway. But I came up here for this view. Drake is definitely Canadian. He's a Torontonian, a Toronto guy. He has a mansion here, the Bridle Path area. Check out the view. Hey, Rain Oneful, hello. Not too shabby. All right, let's head over the Don. We'll head into the East End here. We're going to leave downtown. Got a, not sure what the situation is here. Heading over Eastern Avenue. I'm just going to go to Broadview. And then we'll head north up Broadview. Yeah, I'm not sure why the police would be involved. There must have been some circumstances with that car. Here's a better look at the giant dealership. Toyota, Lincoln, Ford, Hyundai, Nissan, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge Ram. Don Valley Parkway, and there's the BMW dealership. We're just heading out of downtown, but not very much. I'm not going to go much further east. I'm just going to go to Broadview, and then we'll walk north up Broadview. And I'll probably go back into downtown again. Yeah, I'm not a driver either, Rob. It's weird, I was such a car fan when I was a kid. Like, as a boy, like, I couldn't get enough of cars. Like, model cars, Hot Wheels, you know, car magazines. I would draw pictures of cars. I was just obsessed with them. And for some reason I just stopped. I just lost interest. I think once urbanism became my main area of interest, my interest in cars just dried up. Try to cross here. Yeah, not a good place to try and cross the street right there. Yeah, I think I was around 14 when my interest in cars just sort of went away. Hello, Ida. How you doing? First car was 89 bucks. That's probably why it was a mistake. There's Broadview Avenue. We're gonna head north. Replaced by movies and books. Yeah, I mean, I like that stuff also when I was into cars, but I'm going to try to run across here before these lights turn. This is a terrible intersection to cross. I remember doing this before and waiting and waiting and waiting. But yeah, when I was around 13, 14, yeah, movies and books, mostly science fiction, sort of became my main area of interest. Cities also, like cities have always been something I was interested in, even before cars, really. Check out these funky old abandoned townhouses here. This was the site of a fire years ago. And there's a proposal to, you know, put a new building here, but it's been sitting here like this for a long time now. At least they made it look pretty in the time being. I see like a wolf. I see a raccoon on that end. Or maybe that's a coyote. It's some sort of dog, canis type creature. Hey, Bill Johnson. Ah, right on. These ones are all boarded up too. I think this whole stretch will be redeveloped here. So far, so good. That's what that sign says. I'm gonna plug in my power bank, find a spot to put my gimbal down. So we're heading north on Broadview Avenue. And I'll use this ledge right here. Is that a Bryan Adams song title or something? I'm not familiar. Okay. Plugged in. Oh, that's it, Novocost. Yeah, I wasn't familiar with that. Queen and Broadview. Man, what a nice night. I'm not cold, I'm not warm, I'm just right. Broadview Hotel, Queen Street. Hey, Wellesley. Well, perhaps he is. Army, Navy, Air Force veterans. Yeah, I remember Jilly's just vaguely. I think it was still there for a little while after I moved to Toronto, but never went there or anything. Walked past it a few times, maybe. Got a nice old school looking bakery. Because it's affiliated with the mission here, St. John the Compassionate Mission. It's funny when you see a dog walking along carrying a stick. You know, it's just having the best time of its life, you know. It's like, I got a stick. This is my stick. Nobody better take my stick. Carlos, I do live less than 5 minutes away from Fillmore's. I've been there one time in the last 13 years. That was a shopping trip, yeah. How many sex stores does Toronto have? Oh, probably a lot. I'm not sure. I can think of at least half a dozen of them just in the core of downtown, but who knows how many there are throughout the whole city. Hey, Van Gambler. No, that's a different thing, Carlos. And then there are clubs also. Toronto has a bunch of those as well. The closest one to me is Oasis Aqua Lounge. Hey, it's East Chinatown. We're coming into it anyway. Good evening, Tiana. Rodan, we have not. That doesn't really appeal to me personally. I have walked past it in a bunch of videos though. It's always fun to point it out. And sometimes read the posters by the door where they advertise some of their events and things. Right, it's crossing Dundas.
Like a get together. And it,
It's Chinatown. Isn't that a quote from that movie? Not the main Chinatown, but another Chinatown. I've taken you to Funky Town plenty of times, April Wine. I think I even have a video that I did with the title Funky Town on the thumbnail. Do I ever miss the snow belt of North Bay? Well, I don't know, in small ways I suppose. Not enough to move back or anything. I go visit every once in a while. Trying to look great in Enemy. Yeah, that movie was weird. Weird AF. North Bay is snowy. It's snowy compared to here. It's just a bit north of the actual snow belt, so it doesn't get as much snow as Muskoka and Barrie and places like that, but it still gets a lot of snow. I mean, enough for anyone who likes winter. You won't be disappointed in North Bay. Although sometimes the snow can be not as much. This year I think has been pretty light, snow-wise. Yeah, I had a good time growing up there. Oh, I'm glad you think so, Tiana. Yeah, there were times when I was growing up and even well into my adulthood when I didn't think I would ever move away from North Bay. I thought I was going to be a lifelong North Bayite. But things change. And then I just realized, you know what? I want to live somewhere else. So this was the place to come. This was the only other place I really wanted to live. There's a cool store across the street. Pop Music Records and Teas. That's cool. I think I remember seeing that before. Bike sauce. So this is East Chinatown. I did a video just the other day walking through here, but along Gerrard Street. So I thought I'd take us up along Broadview this time. Evening, Lisa. Vital Life Vegan Restaurant. That's cool. Is it Rastafarian? Is that why it's called a restaurant? It seemed to have the Jamaican flag colors there. Hey, Christina Carrillo. Toronto is very pleasant this evening. The weather is great. All right, there's Gerrard. Yeah, Little India is quite a ways to the east. I'm sure I'll find my way there again before too long. So Lady Liz, yeah, there are quite a few vegan restaurants in Toronto. It's probably one of the better cities in North America for vegan restaurants.
But I do believe that humans are more similar.
Maybe not quite as many as in Los Angeles or someplace like that, but I think we're up there. And here's a library branch. I don't think Jeanette is in the chat tonight, but she would enjoy this. Yeah, lots of vegan places, and new ones seem to pop up all the time. I mean, some close down, but then new ones pop up. So we're heading north up Broadview, and up ahead is that awesome spot that most of us Toronto walktubers have shown many times, and why not do it again tonight on this clear, nice night here. Everything should look great. From Riverdale Park, we'll look towards the skyline. You can see some hints of the skyline over there. And the CN Tower peeking through over there. We'll get an awesome view in a few minutes of the whole thing. So those who have never seen this before, it'll be a sight to behold. I'm sure most of you have seen it before though. Oh, that's right, Peter. Former librarian. I think at one time when I was living in North Bay, I tried to get a job at the public library there. I gave them my resume anyway, but nothing really came of it. So I used to hang out there a lot. So I thought, why not just work here? I used to see the employees walking around with those rolling carts full of books and putting books back on the shelves, and I used to think, I can do that. Let me do that and pay me. And I knew the Dewey Decimal System, so I was all ready to go. Odd light reflections. Yeah, that happens a lot with these smartphones at night. You get weird artifacts, floating orbs and things like that, depending on the lighting conditions. Hey, Kev Zhang, hello. You're one of those people, Jim? Giles, yeah. Do they do that, Kev Zhang? Even if they haven't done anything? So there's looking towards the park. It just looks very dark right now. Sergio, hello, watching from Guatemala. That's a good investment, Andrew. Let me get in on that. It always takes a while to get to the right spot here. The street sort of winds. It's like, almost there, not much farther, until it all comes into view. Looks great tonight. Got the funky sky. Kingdom Silver Star, hello. how many kilometers? Oh, could be up to 10 kilometers or more. I like how that new building is only half occupied, so the bottom floors have people living in them, but the upper floors don't yet, because they're still working on finishing the units, getting the interiors all ready. So those upper floors are still empty, but the lower floors are occupied. Hello, Shikapiri. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name too badly. That's the new tower on Jarvis Street near Gerrard, Lisa. Right near where I live, just kind of kitty corner from Hooker Harvey's. Yeah, the one at Yonge and Wellesley is looking nice too. I don't think we can see it though from here. No, it's blocked by other buildings. But that one with the light on top is across the street from the one at Yonge and Wellesley that's rising now. So it's behind those other buildings. I think I used this view as a thumbnail once or twice, maybe, with me kind of in front. Yeah, it's hard to keep track of all the new buildings. And pretty soon, a new really tall one will pop up above that one that's sort of in the center of the shot with the red lights on top. That's One Bloor East, and One Bloor West is under construction across the street, and eventually it'll come up behind it and tower over it. Still has a ways to go. It's only about halfway up right now. Maybe a little over halfway. And that's the Aura with all the lights on top there. And the Financial District down here. So another really tall building will pop up down here. That will be taller than everything except for the CN Tower. It's not visible yet, but in a couple of years it will be. I love this view. Yeah, it is a beast already. Chris Mills, yeah, the TD Terrace building. You can't see it from here though, it's behind all the other buildings. But I love that building too when it's all lit up. Some people think it looks a little bit too, I don't know, tacky or gaudy, but I like the LED lighting on it. I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of crazy that a huge building like that is not even visible because of all the other buildings blocking it. Thank you, Sergio. And yeah, that is the Don Valley Parkway down there. With all the traffic. Are we walking by Rosedale? Well, we're going to walk, I think, near Rosedale. Not really going to go into it, though. Hey, learn to live. That's right. You have good timing. Alright, let's head north up Broadview. We'll check out a little bit of the Danforth. I'm not going to walk any further east though. This is as far east as I'm going. Thank you, Kingdom Silver Star. And it's nice to see all the construction is finished here. It was quite a zone of pylons and dirt and construction equipment for a long time. Hey Jeanette, you are here. I was just talking about you earlier. We walked past the library. $7 super to TO is so photogenic in the evening, and it is for sure. Thank you very much for the generous super chat, Jeanette. Much appreciated. You'll have to check out the replay to see where I walked past that library earlier. Hello, Ed Blair from Etobicoke. And hello to Berta as well. Glad you're enjoying. There's a rink. Got a rink with the Toronto skyline behind it. Tom Brox. If we can get the CN Tower in this shot here. There it is. That's kind of neat. I've had this song stuck in my head for the last like 3 or 4 days. Song by the Cowsills, that 60s band that was made up of a family where it was a bunch of brothers, their mom and their little sister. The Rain, the Park and Other Things, I think is the name of the song. It's just been playing in my head like on repeat. I can't make it stop. And it's also from one of the funniest scenes in Dumb and Dumber. That song was used. Hey, Jen Moonshine, hello. Let me try and plug in this other port on my power bank here. Matchbox 20 is stuck in your head. I think I'd rather have the Calcils. You've never seen Dumb and Dumber? It's worth a watch. It has some legitimately hilarious scenes in it. Jim Carrey probably at the peak of his comedic powers. Yeah, I never got into Matchbox 20, I don't know. Or Nickelback. Maybe a couple songs here and there I thought were alright. The Cable Guy is very underrated, yeah. Actually, I wanted to show that movie to Megan. We didn't get around to it though. We watched something else. Maybe next time I'll show it to her. Hey, Brett Mallon, hello. Yeah, Jim Carrey got his start at Yuck Yucks in Toronto. At that time it was located in Yorkville. I think that was its original location. It's a comedy club. Here's another vegan place. Odd Burger, vegan fast food. It looks like it's just opening, maybe. Still has paper on the windows. I wonder if Slayer Burger has a veggie burger. I never actually went in to check it out. I've never tried it. I just saw that on a recent video and I posted a picture on my Instagram as a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Although the band Slayer also comes to mind for other people, I'm sure, but to me it was more of a Buffy thing. Is there, Lisa? I've never noticed. Hey, Barbarian Arm Wrestling. Oh, that's cool. I bet you those units are pretty big. Jim Carrey is funnier than Adam Sandler, I think, without question, but that's just my taste. I like Adam Sandler too. I've laughed at both of their movies, but I think Jim Carrey's funnier. Hey, Forklift Freddy, what's up? Those are your type of bands? Here's Danforth Avenue. Slayer has a Beyond Burger. Okay, good to know. Thanks, Lisa. I tagged Sarah Michelle Gellar in my photo, but I doubt she'll ever see it. I'm sure some other people from Toronto have tried the same thing. I can't be the first one. She's like the only celebrity that I follow on Instagram. I don't really follow celebs, but she's the one exception. Hello, Diane Brighton. We follow some comedians.
It does have lights that should be on that are on.
Oh yeah, they're all good. So we're going to head over the Prince Edward Viaduct. And it's all lit up with its LED lighting here. It used to be on both sides. I don't know what happened. Maybe the other side doesn't work anymore. Changes colors. I can hear a subway passing underneath. The subway line runs on the underside of the viaduct here. And there's downtown. And the Don Valley Parkway again. Oh, is it working down here? Maybe this section is working. This one isn't. That part works. Yo-Yo Grizzly Giant. We're heading over the viaduct back into downtown. So we're still going to be in the east side of downtown once I cross the bridge here. It'll just be the northern end of the east side. You could say the upper east side if you want to make it sound like a New York kind of thing. We started on the Lower East Side and now we're coming into the Upper East Side. Just over 2 hours in. $317 viewers. So come and say hi if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe and you can join the chat. Hit the like and the share and the notification bell. Just hit all the buttons. You know the drill. You don't have to come and say hi if you don't want to. Hey, William Fong, hello. It is looking quite splendid, yes. Splendid, as Picard would say. Ah, looking splendid. Hope you're having a nice evening, Life of Leela. We're almost over the bridge. And there's Strides Land way up there. You can see some lights of buildings far away. Yeah, these cars are noisy. Cars are just noisy. Hey, Robin Buckley, long time. How you doing? Which one of those lights is John's window? I'll have to get a better zoom. I don't think this one's going to cut it. Hey, thanks, Robin. Drummer extraordinaire from my hometown, or just outside of my hometown. Robin and I go way back. From the North Bay music scene days. Although there's still a music scene in North Bay, but not the same one we participated in. Coming back into downtown. All right. The original Law and Order still making new shows. I don't know about the original one, but I know there's a version of Law and Order that's premiering this month. That will be set in Toronto. Law and Order Toronto. Castle Frank subway station. Is that right, Carlos? Somehow I missed that when they were filming there. Maybe they'll do an episode where a Toronto walktuber becomes the victim of a horrendous crime. And they'll be like, hey, let's use that Ken Continuum guy. Yeah, Novelcost, it's new. It's just coming out later this month. Hey, Jane DeJerin. Hello. Toronto Walktuber Turf War. Yeah, that's the Yorkville area straight ahead with all the skyscrapers. That's a good idea, Kevin. All in the spirit of entertainment, of course. If you're going to do Law and Order episodes, you want them to be juicy at least, right? Otherwise, why watch? And I think the movie and TV industry has a huge disconnect when it comes to YouTubers. They refuse to acknowledge YouTube as a legitimate form of entertainment or something. Like some YouTube channels get way more views and have a way bigger audience than a lot of TV shows do on network TV. But yet they're not really taken seriously or held in high regard the way a TV actor would be, or a TV show. Do I speak Japanese? No, I do not. Other than Domo Morigato, Mr. Roboto. I see all these ideas for episodes coming in here. Yeah, you'd like to see that, Jenny. Toronto walktuber clunked over the head with his own bottle of root beer by a dingus. I just noticed there's actually some retail here now. A food mart. That's cool. It's nice to see something finally popping into these retail spaces here. I can think of a lot of people who wouldn't like to see that. Yeah, there's a food mart there, Lisa. It just says food mart. Maybe it's related to Drug Mart, yeah. So Rosedale is just right over there. The ultra wealthy residential area where Geddy Lee lives. And lots of other big wigs of business and entertainment. Jim, I don't think it's going to be on an American network or streaming service. I think it's only available on City TV in Canada for now. Maybe eventually it will be added to US streaming services or US network TV, but as for now, only in Canada. Because a bunch of other shows set in Toronto have aired on American network TV, so this wouldn't be the first by any means. I remember the show The Listener was on NBC. It was set in Toronto. There's a couple of medical shows that were set in Toronto. Transplant, I think, is one. That might still be on, actually. Rookie Blue on ABC, I think, also. Flashpoint. Yeah, there's been a bunch of them. Yeah, I used to watch Rookie Blue sometimes. Yeah, I watch way more YouTube now than I do TV. I used to be a big time TV fan, like I had shows to watch every night on TV. Monday I like this show, Tuesday was this show, Wednesday was this show. Now there's hardly any shows that I watch on a regular basis on network TV. I watch YouTube most of the time now. And if I do watch shows on TV, they're usually on HBO or other specialty cable stations, not so much on network TV anymore. I think the only show that I watch on network TV might be Young Sheldon on CBS. What else do I watch? I don't know. Hello. Thank you.
Fuck up your video, huh?
What a douche. Guess he feels proud of himself now. I know, right, Lisa? I even smiled at him and nodded at him because at first I wasn't sure if he was giving me the finger or if he was waving. Then I was like, oh no, he's giving me the finger. But then I already smiled at him and nodded, but then he did it again. For good measure. I think he was a little taken aback by the fact that I smiled at him and nodded. He's like, what? Hey, crikey, hello? Yeah, if you're just a walk past dingus, that's fine, I don't care. Just keep moving. It makes sense to keep moving if you don't want to be on camera. Otherwise, why extend your time in the spotlight by coming up to me and talking to me while I'm recording, right? It seems kind of stupid to do that. on Bloor Street East, and we're heading west. Do we have no choice? Well, we have choices, but they're all just as crappy as each other. There's like Bell, there's Rogers, there's Telus, and there's a few smaller ones which are basically subsidiaries of the big ones. Hey, Zach Thong, hello. Happy with Kudu. Manulife building looking very nice. Of course, I think about doing stuff like that, but I think it would only make the situation worse, right? I'd rather him just keep on walking so I can continue streaming instead of getting into some sort of confrontation. Right, Lisa? Alright, I think we're at Church. Church and Bloor. Alright, we're going to keep up with the east side theme here, so I'm not going to go any further west. Oh yeah, all along Bloor Street, yeah, they have the lighting. I think they're going to keep that all year round. Looks like upside down Christmas trees, sort of. It looks nice though. And this one's starting to get tall now. This is a new skyscraper under construction. Eventually it'll be as tall as its neighbors there. Yeah, hopefully they do, Lisa. All right, south down Church Street. It's possible, Jane. It's possible. The croissant tree. Ooh la la. That is true, Novokos. And you know, if they're drunk or something, you know, people are capable of behaving in ways when they're drunk that they wouldn't normally behave. You just never know. That sounds delightful, Christina Carrillo. Good luck with that. I hope it goes by quick. I remember I worked some 12-hour shifts in my time. Usually because someone called in sick and I had no choice but to stay when I was supposed to leave. That was always fun. In the Church Wellesley Village, to the heart of the neighborhood, for those who don't know. Yeah, there was someone yelling to themselves across the street. Yeah, pretty much, Jim. Yes, electric tattoo. What about no? No tattoo for me. Megan might say yes. There, now you can see that building that Lisa was talking about under construction at Yonge and Wellesley. It's getting tall now. Eventually it'll be just about as tall as its neighbor there. From Yonge Street it looks really huge though when you're walking past. And all these side streets are really nice in this neighborhood. Lots of old historic walk-up apartment buildings and townhouses. And newer condos here and there. Yeah, I did start at 6:30, Jane. So I've been going for over 2 hours, or 2.5 hours, I should say. Already 2.5 hours. Detroit style Big 3 pizza. There's a few Detroit style pizza places in the city. I think I've seen at least 3 or 4. Like, they're not the same place either. They're all different restaurants from each other. Yeah, that was my longest stream. Wasn't it like 4 hours and 13 minutes or something like that? Of course, that's nothing compared to some of the streams that other walktubers have done, like Henry, for example. Him and his 12-hour streams. Church Street Mural Project. Okay, I didn't know this was a actual project here. Looks like they have quite a few here. There's one on Bathurst. Yeah, I saw that one too another time. And there's one near Yonge and Bloor, like around on Charles Street. Yeah, Charles Street, just west of Yonge. There's another one there. I think it's called 8 Mile. Dead Dog Records. Hey, have a good night. Tom Bikes 416. Thanks for checking out the stream. See another mural up there. And here we are at Yonge and Wellesley. You can see the top of the new skyscraper under construction with the crane there. That's going to be the future tallest building in the neighborhood. Quite a bit taller than that one. "91 stories is how tall that will eventually get to. Have a good night, Jeanette. Thank you for dropping by, and thank you for the super chat earlier. Much appreciated once again. I'll see you next time, I hope. Maybe in tomorrow's premiere. Glad Day bookstore. This is a staple of the community here. The gay and lesbian bookstore. It's been in the city for decades. I'm not sure exactly how long. And someone was asking earlier about sex shops. I think there's a couple right across the street from one another. We have the Stag Shop there, and the Love Shop here. The Love Shop soon will be opening for business for you. Drag queen. My day is just starting pretty much, Steve. I'm a night owl, so once midnight hits, that's when I sort of settle into my most active time of night. Not outdoors, just doing stuff inside. Here's the Love Shop again. Here's a good sign. I'll just let you interpret that how you wish. Feels like I'm zoomed in. I don't think I am though. It just looks like it's zoomed in for some reason. So this is the Village. Here's the strip of popular bars. It starts right up here. Cruise and Tangos across the street. Woody's. Sailor. Flash. The Drink. Black Eagle. Could do a burrito review. Naked Night, every third Thursday of the month. Hey, tomorrow is Thursday. Naked Night is tomorrow. Oh, wait a sec, it's not the third Thursday though. Or is it? No, it's not. I guess it would be Next Thursday? I'm not sure. Hello. Hi there. I don't think I remember that, Bob. I've tried lots of the other burrito brands. I just choose Burrito Boys. I find it's the best value for your money. More burrito for your buck at Burrito Boys. I'd gladly switch to another place if they offered me a better deal than Burrito Boys. Because most of the places, honestly, the burritos are pretty similar. Like Chipotle, Burrito Boys, Burrito Bandito, Big Fat Burrito. The list goes on. Bolays. The burritos are not too different, really, from each other. All right, later, Scott Briggs. Hope your eyes feel better. I think North Bay has a Big Fat Burrito now, yeah. It never used to when I lived there. Maple Leaf Gardens with the Aura. Alright, we're coming out of the village. Things get a lot more dull here on Church Street now once you head south. Start going through the TMU area. This place is fairly new. I've seen it pretty packed with people. Right now, not so much. Bigger, fatter burrito. Yeah, I can't say no to that. I think there's a place on Girard, it might be a Big Fat Burrito, that has a special every Wednesday, I think, which is today, right? So maybe I'll walk past it just to see how much their burritos are on their special Wednesday. Maybe it's a better deal than Burrito Boys. Welcome back, Maroof. Taco Bell burritos are something else altogether. They're so skinny. You can eat like 2 or 3 of them in one sitting. I used to do that. Unless they've bulked them up. I don't know. Just crossed Carlton Street. Hey, thank you, John Kelly. That's right. He's got the right idea. Hit the like button and the subscribe if you haven't already done so. And you can come and say hi in the chat if you want to. And like and share and whatever else. I already said like. Notification bell, that's the other one. Hit that one too. There's a shawarma place. Smells good. This is Beyond Fusion. I think this block here is slated to be redeveloped, so that'll be the end of that restaurant when that happens. Oh yeah, I've had quesadillas many times. I used to have those in North Bay all the time. My favorite restaurant, Greco's, had those on the menu. Tahinis, I've tried those too. Yep. There's a pizza place there, Pizza Maru. Korean best pizza. Never tried that. Yeah, the Taco Bell in the food court at Union Station. Alright, here's Gerard. And you know, there aren't very many Taco Bells downtown anymore. Maybe I'll do a special video going to the brand new downtown Taco Bell at Union Station. I'll see if I can eat 3 or 4 of their burritos in one sitting. Oh, this is Fat Bastard Burrito. I think that's the one that's in North Bay also, Fat Bastard, not Big Fat Burrito. Maybe Big Fat Burrito doesn't exist anymore. I'm not even sure. This is a Fat Bastard. Oi, small burrito, $6.99. A Fat Bastard. How small are they though? That's what I want to know. A small burrito here might be smaller than a small burrito at Burrito Boys. A gordita. I don't think I've had a gordita. It's fun to say it though. Gordita. Heading south on Mutual. Maybe I'll take us up to 3 hours. Almost there. So Jane, I think you were right, because the Metro store is right up ahead. Yeah, you don't see a lot of that in Toronto, Jim. I can't even remember the last time I saw an RV driving down the street in Toronto, at least in the downtown area where I usually am. Gould Street and my neighborhood Metro grocery store.
No, actually.
So I want to take it to 3 hours, so I'll just walk us up to the skating rink here at the TMU campus. Still on the east side, we're not crossing Yonge Street. And I think that'll be a good place to wrap up the stream. That Metro is a familiar sight, right? I'm probably going to go in there after the stream. I'm getting low on root beer. Oh, we can't have that. And I think I also need spaghetti sauce. I've been meaning to get spaghetti sauce for the longest time. Crossing Church again.
I feel like I've never actually.
Root beer and spaghetti sauce. Welcome to the world of the Ken Continuum. Hey, bestest times reborn. Hello. I'm pretty stocked up on Vector cereal right now. I don't think I need to get any more. I have a big, large box that's still fairly full, and I have another box I bought just the other day. Thank you, John Nicholson. Yes, hit all the buttons. Like, share, subscribe. The whole shebang. You know the drill. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, I do these streams regularly. And I do pre-recorded videos every single day. If I'm not streaming, there'll be a video. And I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video tomorrow evening at around 7:15 p.m. So I hope you can all come and check it out, and you can chat in the live chat of the premiere, and I'll be there too. And got a few people here. Do I put chocolate milk in my cereal? No, I've never tried that, you know. Even when I was a kid, I never tried that. Thank you, Crikey, and thank you everyone for joining me on a very pleasant walk around the city tonight. We just walked around the east side. We ventured over to the east end just a little bit to check out the view of the skyline from Riverdale Park. But we made our way from the southern part of the east side all the way up to the northern end, so basically from the Esplanade all the way up to Bloor. So we got around tonight. I had a good time. I hope you all did as well. I hope you can catch my next stream in a few days, so hit the notification bell so you don't miss it if you haven't already done so, and you know the drill. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. And thank you for being awesome in the chat tonight to everyone who was here, and thank you to the mods for being awesome at modding, as they always are. And thank you to everyone who sent support with your super chats, super stickers, or PayPal donations. It is greatly appreciated, and it means a lot. Helps the channel out a lot, obviously, and the support is fantastic. This is pretty nice. So we're at 3 hours. 3, 2, 1, bam. All right, until next time, I will continue. Thanks, everyone. I had a lot of fun tonight. I'll see you all again soon. So I'm going to head over and get my spaghetti sauce and root beer at the Metro store. Have a good night, everyone.